He could be rubbing shoulders with murderers or, just the worst kind of people imaginable.
I mean, that's kind of how prison works. But I will say, damn, like 35 motherfucking years for you being a nuisance to the fucking society, bro. Like, you just being a nuisance to the general public, that lands you 35 years. Bro, remind me never to record in Thailand, bro. Damn! I'm telling you, by the balls, bro. Like, yo, it's your boy Gritty, and today we're watching Breaking, Vitaly losing his mind after seeing his prison. As far as I know, that nigga Vitaly was fucking around in Thailand and got his ass locked up. So maybe he's actually tweaking after seeing that they're really trying to make an example out of his ass.
Alright guys, so Vitaly is absolutely panicking right now because his situation just keeps getting worse and worse, and once you see where he's locked up, you'll understand why. This isn't some clean, cushy cell with a mattress and decent food. Where he's at right now is straight up out of a horror movie. We're talking about rusted bars, foul water, roaches and rats crawling everywhere, all the while being crammed into a tiny little room with an insane amount of people.
Yeah, I be forgetting, yo, the prison system here is not like the prison system everywhere else.
Is Mr. Booty loose?
In a lot of countries, people do end up getting rehabilitated and let back into society. In other countries, it's fuck that, fuck you, and your ass is stuck in this bitch for life. How long is he gonna have to be in this bitch?
So let's just jump right into it. Now, according to the channel Legal Mindset, Vitaly was initially locked up in Camp Bagong Diwa, but he's gonna be transferred to another Philippines prison to serve his time. And guys, these Filipino prisons are absolutely no joke. And to make matters worse, if he's found guilty of everything they're hitting him with, he could be behind bars until he's 71 years old.
What?
So far, they've listed 7 separate charges: attempting to kiss and grab a security guard, trying to seize a firearm, taking videos without consent, mocking local security, filming in BGC without a permit, harassing an elderly woman, and harassing an instructor in Boracay. Now, this is where Vitaly is going to see his
he's a grown-ass man. That last clip was crazy.
entire life flash before his eyes. Because according to authorities, he will under no circumstance be released or allowed any sort of bail until his hearing. And guess what? The courts are so jam-packed and backed up that it's going to be around 2 to 3 years until his trial even begins. This means...
Fuck! No! They have him for 2 to... Oh my gosh! I didn't know they had him like that. They had that nigga by his balls, bro.
Vitaly's gonna be spending minimum 2 to 3 years, assuming he beats every single charge. So as of now, he's gonna be locked up in Philippines prison until either 2027 or 2028. However, let's just say he gets convicted of even one of those charges, he's gonna be sentenced to another 5 years on top of his current minimum. And like I said, as of now, there's about 7 charges, which means if we do some simple math here, 7 charges times 5 years minimum per charge, he's looking at a total of 35 years if convicted across the board.
No.
Currently, he's 33 years old. Let's say it's another 3 years for his trial to start, and then 35 years after he gets convicted, he's gonna be 71 years old when he gets out. And if this actually goes through and they convict him, Vitaly's essentially kissing his entire youth goodbye. And remember what I said in the last video? Filipino officials are looking to make an example out of him. They've had enough of these clout demons flying in just to treat the locals like NPCs in some twisted video game. Well, according to one Filipino lawyer, he suggests that authorities might use a special penal code that instead of requiring proof of malice, the mere act is enough to convict him. So this means they don't even have to prove intent. They just have to prove that he did the action. And you guys already know this idiot recorded everything for his stream, so the evidence is literally right there. All they have to do is play the videos in court and it's over for him.
Oh no, mommy! Oh no, mommy! Oh no, mommy! I'm gonna get arrested!
Alright, now what I really want to show you guys is the crazy conditions in the Filipino jails. This isn't some 2-person prison cell. This place is overpacked, a bunch of people jammed up in one tiny little space, sleeping shoulder to shoulder. There's no AC, and the temperature there gets up to 97 degrees Fahrenheit. He's gonna be surrounded by garbage everywhere. Water's gonna be leaking from the ceiling and walls, but even worse, he's gonna be locked away with all sorts of different inmates, so he could be rubbing shoulders with murderers or, you know, just the worst kind of people imaginable.
I mean, that's kind of how prison works, but I will say, damn, like 35 motherfucking years for you being a nuisance to the fucking society, bro. Like, you just being a nuisance to the general public, that lands you 35 years, bro. Remind me never to record in Thailand, bro. Damn, I'm telling you, by the balls, bro. Like,
he would wish he was locked up in an American prison. And let's not forget, just because Vitaly's famous doesn't mean they're going to be giving him special treatment.
No, I feel like they're going to even, because he's famous and because he has a name to him, I feel like they're going to hit him harder. Like, what the fuck?
He's going to get the exact same meals as every other inmate. 3 meals a day for 70 pesos, which is roughly around $1.22 USD, and there's no exception. This is honestly what happens when you clout chase at the expense of other people, humiliating them and an entire country all at once. He should have thought this through before doing any of this. Now, let's talk about his mental condition and stability, cause he's about to get wrecked. 1. Vitaly's likely coming off whatever substance or stimulants he was taking, whether it was party drugs or other things, so he's gonna have withdrawals. And being stuck in a place like this, it's gonna hit him 10 times harder. 2. No more steroids. Whatever he has in his body is going to dissipate over time, and when your body suddenly loses synthetic testosterone, your natural hormone levels tank. That alone can trigger severe depression, anxiety, mood swings, and even suicidal thoughts. 3.
Was Vitaly? Damn. Okay, I know about the party drugs. I didn't know about the steroids. I just thought bro got big. But damn.
Like I said, it's not a little soft Western prison where the inmates get some sort of human rights. This is the Philippines. You know they're way harder on their inmates than any prison Vitaly's ever been to in the States. So that's something he's definitely not used to. And lastly, to really shove that dagger deeper up his ass, you add the fact that there's no telling when his trial will start. He doesn't know if he'll ever get to leave, and stuff like that really messes with a man's mind. When there's no finish line to fix your eyes on, panic turns into hopelessness. So all of this added together, you just know Vitaly's having an absolute mental breakdown in prison right now. He really thought he was gonna come into the Philippines, disrespect the people and the entire nation, and then just get away with it like all those other nuisance streamers. I guarantee he wishes he never stepped in the Philippines and tried to pull off these tasteless pranks. And I
didn't understand the punchline. I didn't understand any of the pranks, quote unquote, he was doing. It felt so like shameless, bro. It felt like there was no energy, any effort really put into them. I don't know. But I mean, realistically, am I gritting my teeth and like trying to fight all of this? I don't know. You may just have to take me out. This one I may not be able to grit my teeth on. But nah. At the end of the video, yo, grit your teeth and chase your dreams.